Hey guys, hey, welcome. We are so glad that you are here for this class and so excited to share about natural remedies for boosting your immune system and for supporting stress with the school year. It's back to school right now, and I'm here with Celeste. And Celeste, thank you so much for being here, for letting us come into your tribe, and for sharing this information. I'm so grateful to get to connect with your friends.
I'm so glad to have you.
And I'm going to make sure, oh, and it looks like we are good to go in our Facebook group. So that is awesome. And Celeste, if you will share with us a little bit about your experience with oils, kind of how we got to connect, and just a little bit about your story.
Yeah, well, it's not too much to say so far. I'm still new to oils, but I am learning a lot from you, which is awesome, and I really appreciate. I learned, I got started with oils with you through Lisa Davis on Crunchy because I've been looking for, toxin-free ways to just do everything. Like, I'm trying to get rid of all the toxins as much as I possibly can. And my husband laughs at me because I'll be looking at the cereal boxes, I'm like, oh, we're not getting this one. Things like that. So that's kind of like where I'm coming from. So I'm just trying to learn as much as I possibly can. And I was absolutely thrilled when I got to watch you and Lisa have your interview. And I was just like, sign me up. Like, I need more of this in my life. I want oils that actually work, because all the other oils that I've tried, they just did not produce the results that I was expecting them to. For my own research and trying to dig in and get information on things, I was expecting different things to happen, and they just weren't happening. So I was delighted to find out how pure these oils are with doTERRA specifically, and just try them out at least. And so far, I'm absolutely amazed.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much for sharing that. We're going to talk about that too, because there is a big difference between grocery store oils and doTERRA for sure. And it's such a pleasure to be here and support you guys. And we'll jump right in. I'll introduce myself for those that are new and are friends with Celeste or have found us through social media. I'm Dr. Laura Ricci. My doctorate is in physical therapy, and I'm a certified women's health and functional nutrition coach, a national board certified health and wellness coach specializing in insulin resistance and women's health. And I'm an essential oil educator and leader with doTERRA. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll jump in a little bit with, first off, what essential oils are, because if you're brand new to the world of essential oils, that might be new for you. But these are really extracted material, plant material from the different parts of the plant. They can be from the seeds, from the bark, from the stems, root, flower. And this is what helps to protect the plant from environmental threats. And they provide a lot of health benefits. So I think of the essential oil as the immune system of the plant. If you have ever eaten an orange and were peeling an orange, that residue on your fingers is the essential oil of the orange. And that's what we're talking about. They're very, very concentrated. So they are extracted, either cold pressed or steam distilled for purity and potency to be used. And essential oils aren't anything new. They've actually been used historically throughout time for lots of different things, including food preparation or beauty treatments or different health care practices. And that's what we're going to talk about specifically today, is talking about stress and boosting our immune system, because it's fall and winter time. Right? And it's like, oh my gosh, all of the things with what comes with those seasons. So we want to be prepared. And as Celeste so beautifully mentioned, there's a big difference, right, in essential oils that you can get from the health food store versus what we're talking about, which is a therapeutic, more medicinal-based oil. So the big difference with doTERRA is that the oils are actually sourced from the areas that they thrive. And I am such a visual person, so I wanted to show you guys something really quickly. And this is what I love, that Zoom allows us to share our screen. So let me pull this up so you guys can see it. But this is Source to You, and you can go to source2you.com, and this is the big difference with doTERRA. So when we're talking about oils, especially with internal use of oils or even topical, because what we put on our skin's being absorbed into our bloodstream, we want to make sure that that is pure. So you can go here and you can actually, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can learn more about the growers. doTERRA works directly with the growers, the different distilleries, the scientists. There's a lot of research to make sure that these oils are pure, and the different practitioners years, doTERRA is actually partnering with different healthcare facilities and hospitals and doctors to have more of an integrative approach to medicine, which I really love. We can all kind of meet in the center, and how these oils can actually support you and your health and wellness. And what I love is you can go here to quality reports. And I just share this because it's a great resource and I'd love for you guys to check it out. But at the bottom of any bottle of doTERRA essential oil, there is a code that you're going to see there. And you can actually type in the code on Source to You. So this is for my bottle of frankincense oil that I have right here. So I am going to type this in. I've typed it in before because it remembers it. But this is my bottle. And what is really cool is it pulls up a lot of information here. So you can see the test results for my specific batch of oil. And I don't know any other company that does that and has full transparency with their oils. So this is a third-party research testing center, Aromatic Plant Research Center. And you can see that testing right here. And this is for frankincense. And you can see all the different compounds because an essential oil is only good as its chemistry. And then at the bottom here, it says the analysis of this frankincense lot revealed no contaminants or adulteration. So that's a really important thing when we're talking about purity, and the big difference with that, it's so huge. It's so important that, especially when we're talking about oils with kids or taking it internally, that we want to make sure that those are safe. So if you're getting oils from anywhere else, you'd really want to look into that and see what are the type of testing that's going on, where those oils come from. For example, frankincense comes from Somalia. So everything from the time of day that the plants are harvested to the soil, to the humidity, to the environment, all of that really affects those chemical constituents and the plants. And when we're looking for an oil, we want purity. We don't want there to be any adulterants or solvents or any synthetics in there, but also potency, and that you're getting consistent results every time that you're using that oil. So that's a really important thing. And I'll also show you really quickly, again, because it's important to be aware, there's no governing agency that's regulating the quality and purity of our essential oils, unfortunately. So that's really left to us, and we want to make sure that we're being really diligent. And we'll talk about how to identify a fake oil. So this is a fake oil. This is actually one of my favorite things to do when going to the mall or the store or the grocery store, is read what's on that bottle of oil. And this one here was from Kohl's, but you can see here at the top, it says it's 100% pure and natural, and it's going to help with your fatigue and head and all of this stuff. Well, when we flip it over and we actually take a look at the bottle more closely, the packaging, there is a danger warning right there. So this is actually orange, and orange is something that we would recognize as food. So if it is a pure oil, it should be safe for internal use. This is orange and lemon, but this is actually saying that it's flammable and it can cause skin irritation, eye damage, allergic skin reactions, may be fatal if swallowed and enters airways, very toxic to aquatic life. Keep away from flames, keep in a closed, tight container. It says keep out of reach of children and pets, and to not ingest it. So this is clearly telling us that this is not a pure therapeutic grade oil. It is what I would call a synthetic fragrance or an artificial fragrance. So these are more frou-frou oils. But here's the thing, what we are inhaling or putting on our skin is going to be absorbed into our system. And we know that artificial fragrances are the new secondhand smoke. There's some really great blog posts from Huffington Post. You can dive deeper into that. But these are endocrine disruptors. They're harmful for our thyroid, for our hormones, for our respiratory system. These can be causing a lot of health issues. So this is the big difference. And again, what you want to look for and what you'll see on doTERRA's oils is the ones that are safe for internal use are going to have a supplement fact on it, just like what you would see on food. So this is really important too, just to help you be a label reading gangster and be really diligent when it comes to knowing where your oils are coming from. And I just like to start with that, because everything that we're talking about is going to be with a certified pure therapeutic grade oil. doTERRA is the brand that, after a lot of research, I know, love, and trust with that. But I share that because I have had people say, oh, I went to the health food store and bought orange oil and I took that in my water and I got a horrible stomach, like upset stomach for a week. And I was like, oh yeah, because that's not a pure oil. Like, no to the no on that. So safety first with everything. And that's the big difference. So there's 3 ways to use your oils. There's aromatic, topical, and internal, and we'll dive into that, and then we'll talk a little bit more about oils specific for stress and boosting our immune system as we go into winter and fall. But aromatic is going to be inhaling. So you can actually just inhale something right out of the bottle. So you can grab your bottle of oil and you can just smell it right there. We're going to smell it together. And it's just awesome. So what this does is when you inhale, either diffuse or inhale out of the bottle, within about 22 seconds, that's going to reach the brain. And this is why respiratory support or for emotional support, aromatic is going to be the best way to use your oils and the most quick way to get that into your system. So when we inhale something, it goes through our olfactory nerve into the limbic system, which houses our memories. And this is why you can smell something and maybe it reminds you of your grandmother or another time or something like that. And this is where it's really cool, where it basically affects your central nervous system. It has a direct link into your central nervous system to where it can help to calm that, especially with stress, which is what we're going to dive into. So something like lavender, there's actually a lot of really great research on lavender essential oil and helping with calming, actually reducing cortisol levels, which is the body's stress hormone. So I recommend just keep a bottle of lavender in your pocket. And whenever you're feeling stressed, just pull it out and smell it, and you can inhale that. And it's a quick way to really support yourself. Oh, see, Celeste's got her rollers. She's prepared. She has all the things. So yes, you can apply it. That's the next one. So topical is our next one. She's already there. I love it. She's oiling up. She's ready to go. So you can inhale out of the bottle. Another way that I forgot to mention to you, but you can put a drop on your hands. And just like Celeste is doing, you can rub your hands together and then you can cup over your nose and mouth and inhale. We call this a palm inhale. And it's just a great way. If you don't have a travel diffuser with you or something, you can just inhale that, or again, right out of the bottle, and then take any extra that you have and put that on your neck or your shoulders, because that's a great way to support you. And really, ladies, if you're going to do one thing for your health and wellness, ditch the perfumes, please. Ditch the synthetic fragrances and swap for essential oils. They're going to be giving you a lot of benefit and smell amazing and support your immune system. And it's so awesome. Oh, is that jasmine? Oh yeah, it's so good. All of the jasmine, it works great. You can throw it in your bag and it's awesome. And then we have a diffuser. So diffusing is really nice too. These are water-based diffusers, very simply. You put water in, a couple drops of your oil, and this just helps to really, again, purify, cleanse the air. So this could be something that you could do to support sleep with back to school or to boost your immune system. So again, we want to ditch those plugins and those air room fresheners and all of those things, because those are synthetic fragrances. Ooh, that's a pretty one. We've got our diffusers going. And these are great ways to boost your mood, help support you. So many awesome things that we have on hand that we love. So very calming, very great for respiratory or emotional support you want to diffuse. Then we've got topical, which is what Celeste is doing. So she had her roller and she was applying it topical. And topical is basically put it where it hurts. So this can, and again, this is why we want everything to be pure and safe, because when you apply something topically, we know that our skin is not a raincoat, right? Because what we apply is going to be absorbed fairly quickly. So within about 2 minutes, the oils can be seen in your bloodstream, and in about 22 minutes in every cell. That is kind of the really cool thing about the essential oils, is they cross the cellular membrane, and they're lipophilic. So they're fatty like the oil. And so they can really support us on several levels, can be really powerful tools. These natural remedies are pretty awesome. So this can be something like making a roller bottle, and we actually teach our oilers how to do that. So when their oils come in, we set up a call and we show you exactly how to do that and how to dilute. So really quickly, I'll show you guys one of my favorite dilution guides, so that way you can screenshot it or you can have it on hand to support you. But I like this one because it's based off of age. So we will show you that here, and you can screenshot really quickly. But this is for a 10 ml roller, which is what we have here. And so what I love about the oils, guys, is they're safe to use from birth all through life, from babies to grandmas. Everybody can use oils and have some support with that. And it's very, very nice. But for adults, typically about 10 drops in a 10 ml roller. But you can see here, you can use a little bit more dilution and less drops if you have little ones. So with kids, maybe do around 5 drops. Now, these are recommendations. You can always increase, but the oils are very concentrated and less is more. And this is a way to stretch your dollar and save you money, because a roller is going to last you about 3 to 6 months. So you just open up your roller, you put in a couple drops, you top with your carrier oil, some fractionated coconut oil. And this would be great for your kids, that they have something, they can make rollers for school. And we'll talk about some of the oils and some more details with everything from focus to maybe respiratory support to maybe calming. Maybe they have anxious feelings or something with back to school, that we can do all of the Zen, all of the things to support us with that. But that's a little dilution chart for you. And basically, topically, put it where it hurts. The only places that you do not want to put your essential oils, we don't ever want to put them in the eyes. So no to the no, or in the ears. No to the no. Other than that, you're good to go. So if you needed eye support, you could roll it around the eye. Or if you needed ear support, around the ear. But don't put it in your eyes or ears. Other than that, put it where it hurts. Very, very powerful. So maybe your kids are having growing pains, or you have sore muscles or discomfort or joint discomfort or anything like that. You can put it where you need to. So maybe you have head tension, neck tension. You could put the oils on and use them that way. And then last but not least is internal use. Oh, what is that?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I was like, this is a big one for aches and pains.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So she's got the big mama roller. So that's serious stuff. I love it. I have those too. They're awesome. So know that there's a whole range, guys, of ways that you can use your oils. And we're just covering basics in here for beginners, but there's lots of fun ways to use your oils. And then last but not least is internal. So again, safety tip, if you do not see a supplement fact on your bottle of oil, please do not take that internally. Okay. That is a synthetic fragrance. We don't want to do that. But with internal, this is going to be really, really powerful. So I tell people, if you've got an issue going on from mouth to bumper to bottom and something's going on, you want to take your oils internally. Okay, that's going to be the best way to support you with that. And this is fun because you can cook with your oils. I love to put a drop of wild orange oil in our pancakes, or I do lavender in hot cocoa, or lemon in our water every day. There's a lot of ways. Peppermint in brownies, that's really good too. Or cookies. There's lots of yummy ways that you can take your oils internally, and you're getting health benefits from that. Now, with internal use, you only want to drink out of glass or stainless steel. So not plastic. And that's a good health tip in general for you. Yes, let's all take a drink. I hope you guys are taking a drink. Stay hydrated. There's a tip for you to boost your immune system. Stay hydrated. Drinking water. But something like lemon, so any of the citrus oils are very high in a chemical constituent called limonene. And what that does is it really helps with your filter organs, like your kidney and your liver. And it actually helps to boost and your body produce natural glutathione, which is your body's master antioxidant. We know that antioxidants are really great for us. They're anti-aging. They help to support our immune system. So something as simple as a couple drops of lemon in your water every day will just get you off and going on the right foot, and is really, really great to support you. If you don't like the taste of an oil, we have veggie caps. So veggie caps are nice, that it's very simple, that you can open them up and you just add your drops into these and close them up, and then you can just swallow that. Just take that internally with that. Typically, internal use is recommended around age 6. But again, I always say recommended, right? If you've got a little one that's really struggling, and if they do okay, you may even be able to put it in a little bit of raw honey and they could take something internally. But use your mama bear intuition and instincts with all of this. This is part of that informed self-care. But the oils are really, really amazing for so many things. So with back to school and with immune support, let's talk a little bit about immune support with these. So something like, say you're getting a scratchy throat and you just feel it coming on, you're like, oh, okay. What you could do is a drop of On Guard. So On Guard is actually our protective blend. We love On Guard. So we joke and we say that On Guard smells like Christmas and it cleans like bleach. And this is a really, really amazing one to support you with fall, with winter. Basically, when fall comes, we just diffuse this around the clock to support us. And if any of your kids come home from school and they're feeling yucky, right? Or, you know, you got the flyer saying stuff's being passed around school or all of the things. So to protect yourself from those invaders and those pathogens, Melaleuca and On Guard is really great. So those are kind of the first things that I do is put that in the diffuser for the aromatic support, right? We're supporting our respiratory system. We're getting things going. This is really, really good. Next, what I would do is topical. So you can make a roller. And actually, there's several oils that are really, really good for supporting our immune system. So we've got On Guard, which we mentioned, boosts the immune system. Really incredible. It's spicy. It's got cinnamon and clove and wild orange and rosemary. So it smells really, really incredible. Amazing as a surface cleaner or just, you know, any of the bugs that are going around. Say you cooked with raw chicken. You could put some water in here and spray that down and is really nice for a surface cleaner. But we mentioned like scratchy throat. So scratchy throat, you could get, oh, she's got her spray right there. See, she is a yes. Or room spray. See, you can easily swap out. And actually with just essential oils, you can easily quickly swap out all of the things in your home. It's so simple.
Actually, these two right here are the same thing, except this one is for cleaning hands. It's the Melaleuca in lavender, but it's in the coconut oil for hands, so it's not going to dry you out as much.
I love it.
Is for like room spray for the air, for surfaces, soft surfaces like pillows. You know, my son has a nap mat, and every time he brings it home every Friday, I wash the outer part, but the pillow I spray down with this. And when he was getting a stuffy nose and all that stuff, I was spraying everything down. Of course, I was washing whatever I could, and I have the On Guard soap now.
Oh, I love the On Guard soap.
That, and I even had him start drinking just a little bit of the On Guard in my water. He doesn't like the taste as much, but he doesn't take pills. So the main thing I've been doing is doing this aromatically. So I've been having our diffusers go constantly with Melaleuca and On Guard. And
oh, I love that so much.
And I've been like good to go. And normally I get it like that. So.
Oh, that's so good. Those are such great tips. It's powerful. Your oils are powerful, guys. So if you have the scratchy throat, this happened to my husband when we were traveling recently. We did a drop of lemon and a drop of On Guard in water, and he drank that. And within minutes, he said, oh my gosh, I don't have a scratchy throat anymore. Like, I'm feeling good. So powerful. Another trick to get On Guard into your kids that tastes really good because it's kind of cinnamony. So you could add a drop to oatmeal, which is really good. If you are a coffee drinker, you can add a drop to your coffee. And that was actually a tip that Celeste shared with us that is awesome that you can do to just boost your immune system. So this is for daily immune support with having these tools on hand. But you can actually slice up apples and have a big bowl of water and do a couple drops of On Guard and lemon and just soak the apples. The essential oil will actually be absorbed into the apples fairly quickly, and it keeps them from oxidizing, so turning brown. So it's perfect for kids' lunches and back to school. It tastes really good. To me, it tastes like an apple pie because it's got that cinnamony flavor, but it's also going to boost their immune system. So doing things that we can on the regular and just similar to nutrition or to your supplements that you're taking, the oils are going to work best for you when you're using them regularly on the regular. So On Guard apple slices are so great. And like Celeste so beautifully said, the sprays, hand sprays, anything, you know, spraying down those surfaces and spraying down backpacks, spraying down shoes, spraying down all of those things that your child is touching with some On Guard and some Melaleuca is really powerful. So these are two that I really think, with supporting our immune system with having that on hand. And you can actually make a roller for your kids of On Guard and Melaleuca and maybe do about 5 drops of each, again, depending on age. You guys saw that reference chart there, and have that roller. And then they can roll that on the bottoms of their feet and down the spine every day. So bottoms of the feet is a great place to put your oils because we have a lot of large pores that allow for quick absorption. The spine is a great place because, again, highly vascularized. We've got blood vessels. We've got our cerebral spinal fluid. And believe it or not, it's an area that toxins can get into. So applying the oils, plus it's the center of the body, right? We've got the central nervous system. Applying the oils there is a really powerful place to put your oils. So that would be my recommendation of just as a preventative, right? Because sometimes I think we tend to come to the world of oils reactively, like, we're feeling under the weather or something's happening. But we can also use the oils preventatively to support us as we know that we're transitioning into winter and fall time and all of that. So those are really good tips. Plus, Melaleuca is a good one for kids. If they have stinky shoes, you can do a drop of Melaleuca in their shoes. It's really nice because it's very cleansing. It works kind of as a natural disinfectant. Even if they have cuts or scrapes, we like to just do a drop of Melaleuca to support them. It doesn't burn. So it's a quick way. My husband recently cut himself in the attic. And so we just put a drop of Melaleuca. Oh, we've got a boo-boo blend. Yes. Yes, because Melaleuca and the lavender will work for that. Yes.
I gotta unmute myself. Yeah, it's for both of them. Yeah, I've got the faces on there. So that,
I love it. If you're feeling yucky or if you have a boo-boo, I love it.
Yeah, it's like, well, go grab the one with the face on it that you're making and go do that. And I'm so glad you mentioned putting things on the feet and the spine. And of course, that's the one roller I didn't bring over here, but I made a roller for him for that, but I added lime to it.
Ooh, I like that.
I was like something uplifting. And when you were talking about the apples, I tried that, and that was Wyatt ate some. Like, he didn't have a problem eating that. He's really picky. He's a kid. He's 5. But he actually, I was watching him closely, trying not to scare him off, but but he ate it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I like it. And I was like, "That's good. I need to try with the lemon because I found that lemon, strangely, I think it tricks your taste buds into sweetening it."
Yes. Yes. Sometimes when you put a little bit of something sour, it brings out the sweetness.
Yeah. I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah. So I'll usually do 2 drops for however many apples there are of lemon and 1 drop of On Guard, because On Guard's pretty strong, but it's so simple and quick. Even your kids can help you with that. That would be a fun thing to do together. And yeah, it works well. And that's what you're going to see is the oils work synergistically. So they're kind of multi-purpose, which is really awesome. So we've got, we were talking about Melaleuca, boost your immune system, or stinky shoes, or we like to call it a little blemish zapper. It's very great for the skin or anything like that. It's really, really awesome to have on hand. If you were having ear discomfort, so boosting immune system, lots of things here, Melaleuca and lavender, really great. In a roller, you can go around the ear, maybe add a little bit of frankincense. Frankincense is an enhancer oil, so it helps to bring out those chemical constituents and properties. It's known as the king of oils or the baby Jesus oil, but frankincense is one of those. It's the Swiss Army knife of oils. So if you had no idea what oil to use, just grab your frankincense, but you can add it to any of these things that we're talking about, the blends, but that's a really great one for ear discomfort. Oh, frankincense. This is a great one to have for an ear discomfort, Melaleuca and lavender. And actually that blend, Melaleuca, lavender, and frankincense, so again, about 5 drops of each of those in a roller, great for ear discomfort, also great for skin irritation. So any type of redness or irritations or cuts or scrapes or anything, maybe they're out in the sun too long, whatever that looks like, that's a really good one to have on hand to support you too. Now let's talk about what to do if you need a big guns support, right? So this is threats are high. So we have everyday support, right? On Guard, Melaleuca. You can even throw a Frank in there. Always put some Frank in there. But yes, the big guns. So we've got a couple things that we're going to add in. So I would stick with your On Guard and Melaleuca, but I would also add in lemon, because lemon is really great as a way to help support and detoxify. As we kind of mentioned, you can put it in your water. It's great for those filter organs to have, but it's a really, really nice one to support digestion and lots of things. And then I would also do frankincense, very powerful one to add into this mix as well. And then oregano. So these 5, On Guard lemon, frankincense, oregano, and melaleuca, 5 of each in a roller. And again, go bottoms of the feet and along the spine. This is my well immune support blend that we do. So with oregano, I want to be respectful of oregano. It's a really, really big guns heavy hitter for the immune system. So oregano is not one that I would use topically every single day, more than 10 days, like 10 to 14 days, unless you were hitting something. If you were really down with something and you were working on something like, candida or yeast or something like that, or you're under the weather or things, that would be a good one. But this would be like seasonal threats are high, like all the kids at school are getting under the weather or something's going on, or you start to feel a little run down. I would do that blend. And you can actually do that blend for adults in a veggie cap of 1 to 2 drops each and take that. And that's a really, really nice one to have on hand. So again, use your oils preventatively, but also use them at the first sign that you feel under the weather, and that can be really supportive of you too. To have on hand. Breathe. We got to talk about breathe when we're talking about the immune system. So breathe is a respiratory blend. And it's interesting with the oils, there's some oils, oh yes, it comes in throat drops, and On Guard comes in throat drops too. So those are convenient. It's great. It's an alternative to give your kids to candy, and they can just have those on hand, and it's supporting their immune system. And those are safe every day to use. Those are really, really awesome. But breathe is one of those oils, with some of the oils you might need to use regularly to start seeing a change, just like with nutrition or supplements. Breathe is like, bam. You inhale, breathe, and it just opens up your airways. So this is a blend. It really supports respiratory function. So especially for seasonal threats, environmental threats, pollen and flowers and all of that stuff. We're going into fall and winter, so that might be less. But opening that up. Maybe you're a noisy sleeper. Maybe your spouse is a noisy sleeper. We joke that breathe can really help marriages. Because everybody can sleep, and sleep's important to your immune system. So get you some sleep, get you some breathe. But believe it or not, bottoms of the feet, especially the big toe, there's a meridian point for breathe and the big toe. So you can make a roller for adults, 10 drops, for kids a little bit less. But maybe you've got a kiddo that has the sniffles and feels stuffed up a lot and struggles with that. They could make a roller and have that at school and do it under the nose and on the chest and just when they need to. So this is where I love to empower kids. And the Root and Petal has colored rollers, so they may know like the blue one is for breathing and maybe the green one's for my tummy, or you can teach that. Kids really love to get involved with the oils, but breathe is another really nice one for any type of respiratory support, especially before exercise. I like to put breathe over my chest before I exercise or do movement. You can add Frank to that. That's going to be our slogan. Add Frank to that to even enhance it out. But there's some really interesting research about peppermint helping with oxygen uptake and respiration. And it's very powerful. It's very cool. So breathe is awesome. You'll have to take our word for it. That's the only bummer with virtual classes, that you can't smell the oils, but it's really great. Sleep, another huge part of your immune system, and boosting that and getting enough sleep also for focus for our kids, right? So they can be alert at school. For us too. If we're not sleeping well, then we feel more tired, and that's not good. So we've got lavender, and I like to add frankincense to that too. You can do either or. So a couple things with sleep. You can diffuse this combo, couple drops of each, about maybe 3 drops of each in your diffuser. You can make a roller, about 5 drops of each, and put on the bottoms of the feet and the spine before bed. And then you can also take lavender internally with a veggie cap. You could do a drop or 2 each of lavender and frankincense as needed, or add it to your chamomile tea or something before bed. I really struggled with sleep, So I need all 3 and have noticed huge benefit with that. And that's really helpful. And also these are good for stress and for emotional support. So lavender, very great for anxious feelings. Great to have on hand to support you and use as well. Yes, so she's got a blend. I love it. I love the emoji stickers. Those are so fun. To support you. So you can do about 5 drops of each again. So the same blend that you can use for stress, you can use for sleep. And that's the nice thing about the oils, is they don't make you groggy. You don't wake up feeling icky. If you're feeling stressed out, this isn't going to zonk you out. It's just going to support you when you need it with those things. You can also do a drop of frankincense under the tongue for anxious feelings or in times of stress. And remember, you can inhale right out of the bottle. So I really encourage people to play, because there's more than one way to address things. You could do all 3. And I do frankincense so much. Again, we love frank, that I have a little dropper top here that I got from shareoils.com to do it under the tongue. So that's a big difference. You can't do that with oils from the health food store or the mall. Big difference with that. So these are great for anxious feelings, for stress, for supporting you. Also, believe it or not, breathe. Sometimes when we're feeling stressed out, it's almost like we can't take a breath. And people will say that, I just can't take a breath. That's when we get the breathe. And we put that on the chest and we just inhale, and it encourages us to take a breath, right? Because breathing is so important. When we're in that fight or flight state, it shuts down our breathing. And then we're like, and breathing is essential for life. If we stop breathing, we're in trouble. So pulling in the oils to help you with that. There's also another oil, Digesten. So this is actually for digestive support, which is important for immune support too, right? But any like upset tummy or gas or bloating or any type of anything like that, maybe you ate at a new restaurant or you just didn't feel good after you ate. This is a great one to have on hand. Has helped so many people in our oils family. And you can apply that topically. You can take it internally. It does taste like black licorice. I love that. If you like black licorice, you're going to love it. Okay, Celeste is like, no, she doesn't love it. So she probably puts it in a veggie cap. You're like my husband. My husband's like, eh. So he just puts it in a veggie cap and takes it internally. I love it. To me, it's like candy. But emotionally, and that's the interesting thing is with all of the oils, we get a physical benefit, but also an emotional benefit with that. Emotionally, Digesten is for overwhelm. When we bite off more than we can chew with those things. So you can inhale it to support you. You can apply it or put it in your diffuser. So there's several things that can help with stress, with boosting your immune system. And peppermint. Peppermint is very cooling. Great if you're having a hot moment, as my mama calls them, or if you have a child with a high body temperature and you're trying to bring that down, right? Yes. Oh, see, she's got a spray for that too. I love it. All of the things. Peppermint is awesome. Great for head tension, neck tension, very cooling. You can cook with this. You can use this as a mouthwash. You can use great for respiratory system. But I really love this combo. So when we're talking about immune system support, of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So these three are awesome because they work together to really help you. So if you get sneezy, if you have any type of, you're just feeling stuffy, you're going through all the Kleenex or whatever it is, doing a drop of lemon, lavender, and peppermint in a little bit of raw honey and taking that internally, or you can make a little tea, put in a little bit of water, kick it back, or put it in a veggie cap. If you don't like that taste, that is really powerful. So if you're feeling under the weather and you just have all the sniffles, try this. Or if it's feeling a little bit more, do our big one that we talked about with all 5 of those earlier. That's a really, really good one. And then last but not least, deep blue. We need deep blue in our life, right? Because it's the all things aches or discomfort. Maybe that's your kids are having growing pains or sore muscles. Maybe they play sports. Maybe that's you. Maybe sore muscles after exercise, or if you're having low back discomfort or knee discomfort or anything like that. For that topical, again, put it where it hurts. Put it where you need it. But deep blue is a really, really great one for that. My husband plays a lot of racquetball, so he really loves this oil. But really for any type of support with any discomfort, that is going to be your oil for that. We went through a lot of stuff about stress and immune support and really just gearing us up and preparing us as we go into fall and winter and with our kiddos. Oh, one more thing I forgot. There's always fun stuff that we could talk about oils, right? So peppermint and lemon, this combo is really great for focus. So when the kids get home from school, you can diffuse that when it's homework time, or if you're really, it's like the Up and Atom blend, like you can diffuse this in the morning to get everybody up and going and focus and work, and even make a roller blend with that. You can add Frank to that if you want, is always great to use that as well. But this is a great blend to support kids too with focus. Maybe they need a little bit of support with that. And then you could do lavender and frankincense at nighttime, to calm. So you can use your oils to support you in a lot of ways with that. Does anybody have any questions so far? So we have Vero, we have Kathy on Zoom. We've got Wendy over on Facebook Live. So reach out to us, guys. Type in your comments into the chat. We'd love to help and support you. Anything that I'm missing out here, Celeste? I miss anything?
I mean, you do pretty good covering like everything. I'm over here trying to keep up with, what I actually have on hand here, because I really wanted to buy like everything all at once. And,
I know.
You know, like the wallet doesn't really allow that, but I have been able to use what I have bought so far. I mean, like constantly, everything. And of course the books that come, you know, when you start out are extremely informative. And I got a couple other ones from Share Oils when I was getting some of the containers to make rollers and the spray bottles and things like that. So it's extremely informational. And you're talking about focus. I use rosemary.
Oh, I love that.
For that. Yeah. Like, it's really helpful. And I've noticed that it is so nice to be able to just breathe it in. Not everybody's going to like the taste of it in water. You know, but that's why you say if you want to have it internally for that kind of support, they do, you know, there are the veggie caps and things like that. But I will usually try something at least once.
Me too.
Yeah. So if it's like just trying to see if I can drink it in the water because, you know, I know I'm going to be able to, it's easier that way for me. You know, I'll try it. And so I did. And I actually am quite okay with this with lemon. And sometimes I'll add a little bit of lime. I have tangerine that I'll put in instead of lemon sometimes, just because I want to switch it out. Yeah, and just because. And I really, really like and appreciate how this helps directly when I'm inhaling it right before I drink it. So that I'm like, it's just so much more. It's like the diffuser, but like right here. So instead of like having to hold the diffuser like I was earlier, right there in your face, you know, you're doing that with that cup of water before you also take it internally. And so, you know, I just do a little swirl and I get it in there, and it's really nice and hot tea too.
Oh, I love that tip.
That heat, or what, you know, it just makes the steam, and it just like, I don't know, it's just even more potent. Maybe it's, you know, the heat and the steam that's really working in there too. But I mean, like, it opens up my airways, like when I breathe it in like that. So I found this to be a lot more useful than I was expecting it to be. So
rosemary is awesome. Really great for memory too. And you can put it on the big toe for memory. Believe it or not.
Everything goes on the big toe.
Everything goes on the big toe. There's reflexology points on the bottoms of the feet too. But yeah, if you're going to hit someplace, because that's a good one for brain, hit the big toe. It's a really, really good one to have.
I want to focus all on my big toe. I've been getting Wyatt's feet with that immune blend that I made, you know, with On Guard, and I have a little Melaleuca in it. And I'm trying to remember what else I put in it because it's not in here at the moment. But I know I put the On Guard Melaleuca. I think I put lemon, and I put lime instead of lemon. But anyway, like just putting that on his feet before he goes to school, before I put his socks on. And then I just rub a little bit on his chest. And I do it morning and night. And right before he goes to school, I'll put it on his spine. I'll just do a quick roll. He thinks it's hilarious. So I'll ask him, I was like, do you want me to tickle you, or do you want me to use my hand? So, and sometimes he's actually a kid that will ask to be tickled. So sometimes he'll be like, I want you to tickle me, like to put it on his feet. And I'm like, okay. So I use the roller on his foot. He's like, he just loves it.
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, Donna joined us. Yes. See, that's the nice thing. She said she missed the beginning, but she can't wait to watch the replay. Yes, Donna, you're going to love it. We talked about so many things, all the things.
There's always so much that you cover in your videos, and I really am so thankful that you were able to do this for us. So,
gosh. Yeah. It's my pleasure. Anytime. So what we'll do, because people may be wondering, okay, how do I get these oils now? We just talked about all the wonderful things that we could use for them. So let me go over that really quick for anybody who's new to doTERRA, how you can snag these beautiful oils. So I will share my screen again because, guys, I'm just such a visual person with this. But the best way, the most economical way to get started is actually with a starter kit. And that's the most popular way that people get started. So we have two. This is the big kit, and then we have a little kit. So the big kit is $275. It's the larger bottles of oil. So there's about 250 drops in each oil. These are 15 milliliter bottles here. And it comes with a diffuser, which is really nice. So when you bundle, you save. To give you an example, a full-size bottle, large bottle of pure frankincense oil is $93 retail value. So this is really big savings here. A pedal diffuser, this is the diffuser that I actually keep in my office that we use. We have 3 of these in our home. Retail is about $63. So when you bundle, you really save a lot with this. And it's the top 10 oils, all the ones that we mentioned, for supporting your immune system, for helping with stress and sleep and digestion and pain. So you really are good to go. With the top 10, we say it covers about 80% of your health and wellness concerns with one of those oils there. So you are good to go with just about anything. Just this month, so just for a couple more days, this ends on Friday, the last day of the month. But with the Big Year Kit, you actually get Litsea and Manuka for free. And this is really cool because these are two very special oils that are from the Australian market that we cannot purchase here in the US market, but you get those two for free. Together, it's about $127 retail value with this. So to snag those for free is really neat. Litsea is very similar chemically to lemon balm. So you may have heard of lemon balm before, or Melissa oil, which is a big guns oil. Melissa is about $135 wholesale. And this is very, very similar to your Melissa and is really great. It's a very great antioxidant. So again, boosting your immune system. You can even add this to your immune boosting rollers or take it internally, but great for the skin, great for so many things. And then emotionally, it's the oil of manifestation, which I really love. And then Manuka Touch. So this is a roller. It's pre-diluted for you. You can just roll it right on. And you may have heard of Manuka honey, and it has a lot of health benefits, very, very similar with the essential oils. So I feel like these are both an immune boosting, powerful pack, powerful duo here to add to everything that we just talked about, which is really cool. And again, this is very special because we haven't been able to purchase these in the United States, but you can get them for free with a bigger kit. We do have a little kit. So the little kit is $150. It is the same exact oils. They're just in the smaller bottles. So these are 5 ml bottles, and there's about 80 to 85 drops in each bottle with this one. No diffuser, but you have some little beadlets. So these are On Guard and peppermint. So On Guard would be to boost your immune system. You can take those. These could be a natural breath freshener. You could pop them in your mouth, or they're teeny, teeny, tiny, so they're easy for kiddos to swallow. And peppermint, great, like if you're having head tension or you need an energy boost or tummy issues, those are really nice to have on hand too. So I tell people for less than double the price, you actually get 2/3 more oil with the bigger kit for $275, and then you get those extra goodies, the extra oils that we kind of mentioned, the Litsea and the Manuka with that one just this month. So let us know, reach out if you would like to snag some oils. And then my husband's a CPA. We're numbers people. So sometimes it's helpful to see the numbers. So there is an option to purchase retail. I don't recommend it because you're paying 25% more. So if you do a kit, it actually waives that $35 fee, or you could make your own kit. So that's an option too, that you can do the 35 and you can piece together a couple things and have those on hand. But you guys can see here with the numbers, it's really nice to have this. So maybe screenshot this, share this with your husband when you guys are kind of talking about different options. But you guys can see quickly here, retail for frankincense is $93. Wholesale is $69.75. So just that, when you're tallying things up, it's such a much better savings and deal with one of the kits, either if that's the big kit or the little kit, whatever kind of works for you guys with that. But that's handy. So that's a little tip when kind of looking at things that you can screenshot and to help you decide what works best for you, because I truly do believe that essential oils can be enjoyed on any budget. And reach out to me if you have questions. I would love to help support you. We will find something that works for you and for your family. And here's my contact information. So that's my website, my email. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, and that's my Facebook handle there. You can go and follow me. I post a lot of education and tips on how to use your oils. I'm on all the places, Instagram, Periscope, Pinterest. You can come and find me there. I have a YouTube channel. So I have it's almost 400. I think it's like 397 right now videos on health and wellness and education. So you could literally go to YouTube and just type in my name and put Dr. Laura Ricci sleep, and sleep classes will come up, or whatever it is that you're looking for to support you. And then I do a monthly class. So if you guys are enjoying this education, there's a monthly class there. It's Learning with Dr. Laura is the Facebook group. So you can search there, or you can go to that. So you can screenshot there. That's where you can find me. And I teach lots of education, a different topic each month. This month, the replay's up. It'll be gone the last day of the month, but it's on aches and discomfort and using your oils, which is really important. We talked about that a little bit, but we go into more detail. So we do a lot of continued education. And I say that because there's a lot of people out there selling a product, There's not as many people out there that are providing that education and that support. And so when you get your oils ordered and you reach out to me, I would love to help you. You can send me a private message. But this ends on Friday. So the extra goodies, the free Australian oils are gone. But I would love to help support you. And what we do is I can help you order your oils very quickly with a quick phone call. And when your oils come in, we set up a Zoom call or over the phone, and I walk you through exactly how to use them. We will make sure that your diffuser works. We will make sure that you know how to make roller blends and dilute for your kids. And we have a private Facebook group just for our oils tribe that we do continued education and support. And it's not just me, it's a bunch of beautiful leaders and wonderful, amazing ladies. And they do tutorials on everything from cooking with your oils to using them on your kids to lots of different things. And we're a tribe. We have a global tribe of oilers in Europe and Norway and Canada. So I tell people, if you have a question, you post it, doesn't matter what time of day, somebody's going to be up in the world and able to help you and come together. And that's what this is all about. And this is the big difference, because again, as we talked about, you can go to the mall or the health food store, but you're not getting a pure therapeutic grade oil. And often it's a synthetic fragrance, it's adulterated. So it's not going to give you the same results as these, but you're not going to have that support, right? When you go home, it's like, okay, what do I do with this? And we really have that in our oils family and in our tribe to give you guys that support. That's what our basis is education and customer service and support, with really empowering people. So there's some things too. And if you guys have any questions over what we just talked about, let me know, or you can always shoot me a private message. I'd love to be able to help support you. And we can even hop on a quick call if you want to go over your specific health and wellness goals and needs, or maybe those of your kids. And we can get really individualized on that too with anything. What do you think, Celeste? Anything that I mentioned or missed or?
No, but I do want to say that that group, it's really awesome. Like, it really is there for support and education. And not everybody is like me or like you and wants to really dig in and get the research. It helps to, where you don't have time to read all the booklets or whatever. Sometimes you might have a quick moment to go look, but it might be easier to get on your Facebook, one, by habit, and two, just because, we always have our phones right there with us. So It might just be easier if you're out somewhere, you don't have your books with you, and you just really need to know how to support something specifically. Everybody's used that for that, or in their little successes and what's worked for them. So it's really been nice. It really has. And I always learn a lot from you. As I said, I'm still pretty new to oils. I like to do a lot of research, and that was so great that Stephanie shared that link. And that's why I shared that. There are.
Oh, yeah. We need to post it in the group. There's a lot of research on essential oils.
And I love that. And I know that there are other people that are interested in knowing that there is formal research being done that supports what these oils can do. And, for the people that want the facts, tell me what this does in terms of science,
Yes.
Proof. There is proof, and it's growing. It's not like an entire field that's set in stone right now, but it is still growing. There are still people discovering things about the oils, and it's a great learning process. So it's really nice to have that support and to find out new things from other people just because they've tried something. And like you always say in the group and in all your other videos that I watch, all of them, that, that bio-individuality is also so important too, because just because something works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work exactly the same for someone else, because everybody is different. And I love that you really help people explore what their individual needs are. And that's why you're so amazing, because you actually care about helping people get what they need specifically for them. And so thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure. I love that. That to me is the fun of the oils, and the joy of the oils is its play. It's fun. And one person may like 10 drops in their diffuser. Another person may like 3 drops. Another person may need a really strong roller. And that's why I love that we can titrate almost, right? We can make the perfect blend for us. And it encourages play and tuning into our body. And this is so fun. Kids love oils, getting them involved. And like you said, and you brought up a really great point. So I'm going to share something one more time, right? PubMed, you can go here. This is public. This is a bunch of research, because this is what I do on a Saturday night, guys, is I look up research on essential oils. You can ask my husband. I'm totally nerdy, but I accept my nerdiness. So it's okay. And this is how I learn and share and teach. But if you just type in essential oils, you can see here that there is over 18,000. So 18,325 articles on essential oils. And so I would encourage you guys to go, and that's why we have the group. You know, if you're not, everybody likes to read that stuff on a Saturday night, but I think it's fascinating. But we share that with you and know that this is very science-based, very evidence-based, very research-based. And that's why doTERRA is working with doctors and bringing this into mainstream medicine and healthcare to give people options, right? It's all, it doesn't have to be one or the other. We can bring the best of both worlds together for everything there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's call for questions too. If you guys have questions, type them in the chat. I'm sorry, Celeste, I cut you off.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm like, y'all, please, we're just chit-chatting until y'all ask us something. So, ask us something. Right? Or something, not me. Don't ask me to ask Laura.
Yeah. Comments, questions. Just let us know where you were from. Let us know if you found this helpful.
Yes.
Essential oils are my love language, guys. And really my background. So I got very sick with a cancerous tumor, a sarcoma in my abdomen in my 20s. And that's what brought me into the world of essential oils, because I was a physical therapist and got super sick and went on this journey to heal my body. And through that journey, found out that I had adult hip dysplasia, had several major surgeries, had Lyme disease, went through a whole healing process with that, and found the oils. And to me, they're not a magic bullet. I don't think that anything is a magic bullet, right? But I feel like they're a tool that can support me. Like when I'm struggling with sleep, the oils support me. When I was really struggling after surgeries and in a lot of discomfort, the oils supported me. When we're feeling, under the weather, they're the first thing that we go to. And that was very empowering for me to have that on hand and have tools that I could go to. And I came to oils for physical support, but it's actually the emotional support that's been the most helpful for me and that I use every day. Okay, Wendy says, Laura, I always enjoy your essential oil videos. Oh, thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you for watching. Okay, Kathy says, I'm sorry I came in late. My son just started nursing school and having trouble with focus and retaining info. He's 31 and asking for suggestions. Okay, yes, we've got something for you. So peppermint, I really love this combo of peppermint, lemon, and frankincense. Really, really good. And he could do frankincense under the tongue. He could make a roller of these three with 5 to 10 drops of each and apply that base of the skull, spine, inhale, and have that on hand. And we have a blend actually called In Tune. I think it's in my purse right now, but In Tune is the focus blend. So there's a lot of options. And then as Celeste so beautifully said, rosemary is really awesome for memory and support. So there's lots and lots of options to have. Even something as simple as doing peppermint and lemon, a drop of each on the back of your neck and shoulders and inhaling. It's like cooling, it's invigorating. It will get you up and going. Like nursing school is no joke. So my sister and brother-in-law are both nurses. So hats off to your son. He is amazing because what they put our nurses through, and our nurses are incredible. God bless all of our nurses, but that's a lot of studying and doing those things. So yes, that is so awesome. And I would do that. Peppermint, lemon, frankincense, those are ones that I go to. Diffuser, topical, frankincense internally really helps with just turning on the brain and getting that going. In Tune, which is the focus blend, and then good old rosemary, or a combo of those is a really, really good one.
Past tense too is also surprising because it's made for your muscle relief and stuff. I'm like, and stuff, listen to me being all scientific. But it does have a strong smell every time I put it on. My son's like, what is that smell? And I'm like, baby, I put my roll. He said, oh, okay. But it also helps me focus. And it's one of those little things where you learn kind of what works with you. And this just the past tense just happened to help me focus as well. So sometimes if I'm just like starting to get a little bit of a headache, I need a little bit of motivation, which I know there is a Motivate blend.
There is a Motivate.
But if I have this on hand, I need a little bit of motivation. I've got the rosemary going, but I just need a little bit of a boost, I'll put this on the back of my neck and
Oh,
sometimes
I love
right
that.
between my shoulders, because I hold a lot of tension there. And so it helps me to kind of, release that a little bit. And at the same time, the smell of it helps me focus. So maybe that'll help.
Ooh, that's a good tip. Thank you for sharing that. Past tense is my favorite for like big gun, head tension, not feeling good. That was a game changer. Past tense was the oil that made me believe in the power of plants and the power of these essential oils. It is such a good one. I hope that helps you, Kathy. Let us know if you have any follow-up questions. And Donna said, oh, Donna, so it's so funny because you said, yes, rosemary in water with tangerine or wild orange. And Celeste was just saying that she loves it in water and has been playing with citruses too. So that's so perfect. Favorite oils for hip aches and discomfort. Yes. Okay. I have several. I think deep blue is amazing. And then there is deep blue rub, and that's like a lotion and it's deeper penetrating. So I like both. For bigger areas like my hips or low back, I tend to go to the deep blue rub, but I love the deep blue oil too. I do frankincense every day under the tongue, and that really helps to just support your neurological system, your musculoskeletal system. It's like, what does frankincense not do? It really is an amazing oil. So that I do every day to help support me. And then there's another oil that we didn't talk about, but copaiba. Copaiba is similar to frankincense, and it works on the endocannabinoid system. So usually when people hear endocannabinoid system, they think of cannabis. And the copaiba actually works on, it's powerful. It's very, very potent, but it doesn't have the THC, which gets you high, right? Like, which causes those psychogenic effects and things. So copaiba is a really, really awesome oil, especially like a lot of people have kind of been comparing it lately to CBD oil. That's something that is kind of coming up lately that people are kind of mentioning, but CBD oil can be a little pricey. So copaiba is actually $35, and it's very potent because it has the BCP, so that beta carotene, and it's over 50% BCP. So I feel like you get all of the good without any of the bad, because that tetrahydrocannabinol, the THC, it's not in copaiba. But there's huge health benefits from this. I do a drop of copaiba and frankincense under my tongue morning and night, and our Oils Tribe have done that. We did it as a team challenge. So we do different like health and wellness challenges in our Facebook group, and people were reporting amazing, amazing things with that. So it's a really good combo. And then if you wanted to boost it even more, and there's several oils for aches and discomfort. Sometimes I'll make a blend with deep blue, melaleuca, lavender, peppermint, and frankincense, and do that in a roller. And you can use that on your hips. Very, very powerful. Oregano diluted. Oregano's hot. So please, please always dilute your oregano. You will not like me if you do that. But you will only do it once, and then we remember. And that's a good point. If anything is ever discomfort, for having any discomfort with the oils, you just apply more carrier oil. It'll take care of it. But it has a warming sensation for some muscles or joints. This can be really good. So you could use your oregano. And then last but not least, I have what I call like an aches and discomfort veggie cap recipe. And it's actually 2 to 3 drops each of frankincense, copaiba, marjoram, which is an oil that we haven't talked about, but really, really amazing for support. And then lemongrass, which is really amazing for ligament support. And I do that internally. And that is actually how I supported myself after surgery. And it worked really, really well. So there's a couple of my hip aches and discomfort tips and trips for you, Donna, to kind of help. He's always, yes. That's a real thing. Anxious feelings before tests, like taking tests. I had that too. And that is where a drop of frankincense under the tongue. And I would actually do like peppermint and rosemary, and even throw frankincense in there, add some frank to that. And you could make that in a roller or inhale that. And that's what's really cool is studying. When you study and you inhale peppermint, you build that like that brain memory, so to speak. Like you could do peppermint and rosemary, but I think it would be really good for him to have a blend, like even use the same blend, right? The peppermint, lemon, and frankincense, or add rosemary in there. So that way he's applying it and inhaling it when he is studying, and do the same thing before he takes the test. And it really helps because your body goes into that. Yes. Oh, please share. You look like you have something to share.
just a little bit. Yes, there's actually psychological benefits. If you're doing something while you're studying that you can also repeat in the testing environment, you are more likely to remember the information that that you're looking at or incorporating while you're studying to come back up in the test environment. It's just like if you can drink, like this is an example that they've given. If you can drink a Coke while you're studying and you can take a Coke in with you for the test, do it, because having that similarity, that mirroring, is what helps you recall information. And if you're encouraging that with your oils, I find that that's pretty awesome. And also that spearmint can take the place of peppermint if peppermint is too strong, because some people are a little bit more sensitive to peppermint. So if you are one of those kind of people, you can always do spearmint instead. And because you can take it internally, you know, it is something that easily replaces peppermint. It's just not as strong. So it does support in a little slightly different ways. And I know you have a book on the emotional aspects too. So
yes, this is really good. Emotions and Essential Oils, guys. This book is so good. You can also get it for $10 on Kindle, but highly, highly recommend diving into this and seeing and use this as a tool. It's good. We're just skimming the surface in this class, but there's so much more to the oils and what they can do and help and support you. And that's why this is just a piece of the puzzle. And then as you go in, we support you. We show you how to make roller blends for your specific needs. We plug you into the Facebook group and into that community for those resources and things, which is really fun. Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay.
There's a lot of expertise in there too.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's always, I learn from my oilers all the time. I think it's amazing. So thank you for sharing. That is so good. Okay, well, we will let you guys get back to your evening, or if you're watching the replay, thank you for checking out the replay. Reach out to me if you would like support or help with anything. I would love to help and serve. And also the free Litsia and Manuka that ends on Friday. So that is gone very quickly. But if now's the right time for you, which going into fall and winter time is a really good time to get started with oils. This is actually our busy season, because this is when people who feel under the weather start to reach out and be open to things to help them. So yes, we will post that link too. Yes, all the On Guard. Oh my goodness, all the On Guard. Well, thank you for being here, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Reach out if you need any questions or if we can help and serve you in any way. And we so appreciate that you're here. Bye.